everybody, hope you're doing really well. Today, I've got a special treat for you. I'm in Norwich today. Beautiful, beautiful Norwich. Historic Norwich, really, which justifies what we are here to look at today. Permission visit. Really fortunate. It might be not the largest thing you're ever going to see, but as I keep sort of saying, that's not about size, it's about the historical context in which it stays. So stay with me. Small video, but really exciting. So let's go check it out. Come on. Hi, so welcome back. So, like I said, the only thing I'm allowed to say is that we're in Norwich, and as you can see, we are in one of its beautiful many undercrofts, medieval ones. And let me talk to you about it. And whilst I'm doing that, I'll show you around as I'm doing it. It's because of the size of how small it is. It's just easier if we sort of do that. So, basically, like I said, we're in Norwich. It's one of about 80 undercrofts situated within Norwich city itself, and it's really, really important to sort of note how historically important all of these are. Basically, what we know from this one is that this is grade 2 listed, and it's between about the 15th and 16th century most of these undercrofts were made. Basically, it's a vaulted room beneath the main room of a medieval house or dwelling, really. That's what an undercroft is. And like I said, Norwich is the largest collection of undercrofts in the country. What makes these ones really interesting is, unlike other medieval undercrofts, most of them were stone built. These ones in Norwich are brick built, which makes them even more special. So not only is there the biggest collection of medieval undercrofts that are situated around here, but they're actually unique in their way that they were constructed as well. Basically, above us formerly would have been a 19th century pub that was here. It's obviously not here anymore, and pretty much like most of Norwich, it does go through phases of sort of how abandoned and how non-abandoned places are with renovation. It's kind of one of these things, if you live in Norwich, you'll sort of understand that. But really, it's just a beautiful, beautiful example, and for that I'm so grateful and humbled that we get a chance to obviously look at this one. If you can hear a little bit of humming in the background, that's because there is a little fridge or fan thing going on, so I do apologise for that. But basically, the design of these are so unique. What happened was that with like about 40% of Norwich's undercrofts pretty much got destroyed in 1507 when there was a big fire that had happened. And actually, this one that we're in was actually one of the survivors. Actually, the fire did sort of pretty much destroy it, and then what happened was later on it was rebuilt. This one was probably one of the later phased sort of undercrofts that was built. Some of them were a little bit earlier, but really we're talking proper medieval history. And it's amazing how the people who've like built on this have kept this in such a unique condition, and it really makes it such a special thing. And for me personally, what a true honour. So yeah, let's just take a little nosy around some little special bits, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Come on. You know, you get a really good bit of detail when you look at these really closely. Proper medieval history. Right, so basically, just taking a couple of photos of myself. Really, what you understand is that, like I said, Norwich is filled with these medieval undercrofts, and actually this is a really, really good example. And what's happened is that when they've sort of like used this as like a sort of former sort of flat type of thing, all the bloke's done when he's coming in built is basically just put framework over it that incorporates obviously the undercroft. Now, we know that necessarily, if it was a religious, it was in church, you'd probably call these vaults, really. But really, they were just sort of cellars, I suppose, like just these wonderful sort of medieval cellars. And this is why you've got all these lovely little cubby holes. Some of them, you'll know, will probably link into one another. It's quite similar to most medieval towns that you sort of see, and not uncommon in that. But it's these beautiful arches that just give it this. And as we said before, what makes Norwich's ones really unique is the fact that these are brick, where most of them, in fact, every other pretty much undercroft is mostly built of stone. There are going to be a few exceptions, but again, when you think that Norwich has got over 80 of these all across, and the fact that when you think that originally that 40% of them did get taken away, that's still a huge percentage. And you've got these lovely little like cubby holes here. cubby holes, they wouldn't have been called that. But isn't it amazing? Because you almost wouldn't expect them to be windows, and then you can imagine obviously the pub, 19th century, all that wonderful noise that probably would have gone taken upstairs. It's really wonderful. It's a really special Undercroft, this one, and a really good example of Norwich's medieval undercrofts. So I think with that we should say goodbye. Come on. Well, everybody, as I stand behind one of Norwich's many beautiful churches, I just want to say thank you so much. That was really cool, wasn't it? The opportunity to sort of go down there and actually film and just have a really good nosy about one of the undercrofts. Stay tuned, because there's going to be a few more that are going to be on the channel very soon, depending on when this comes out, obviously, of course. But I just want to say thank you so much for the permission of the owners. I'm not allowed to give away location, but it is one of many. And when you think there's about 80 of them, it could be any single one. But that was really cool. Great opportunity, well worth coming back to Norwich. And yeah, any more words of Phoenix history. Take care, everybody. Love to all of you out there. Ready? Because history matters. Kapow.